Okay, I'm alive. Apparently I am live. Let's see if I'm actually live. What a pain in the butt, I tell you. This one, I'm going to have to delete that other one. Live. This, delete that, okay. And I'm trying to go to my other live. Post. Oh, hold on, wrong live. Are you guys here? Okay, hi guys. Okay, I'm trying to go and share okay, and I'm totally in the wrong video. I'm trying to just go and post a link in my other channel. Or in my other, what am I talking about? Okay, I'm all over the place right now. YouTube's got me tripping. I'm just trying to go post a link in the comments of my first live, the one that pooped the bed to begin with. So let's see about this. So just bear with me for a little bit longer. Thank you guys for being patient and actually caring enough to hear what I have to say, to stick around and deal with all of the crap of me messing around with YouTube and technology. So I have to restart my whole computer. And yeah, it's pretty annoying when that happens. Anyways, hello everybody and welcome back to my channel. I'm glad that you are all here for the third try. So, I don't remember what we were talking about now, but we were talking about dirt bikes, I believe. So I'm doing good, Nick. Thank you. I just spent like 20 minutes trying to get YouTube to work, and it has finally decided to work after I restarted everything. Okay, good. I'm glad that it's working again. So hello again, everybody. Okay, good. I'm glad you all can hear me. And yes, I'm back. And we were talking about dirt biking and the possibility of me moving very soon before the end of February, or well, by the end of February. So yeah, there's a chance that we're going to get, that I'm going to be renting a different place on the outskirts of Kamloops. And it's like around, there's a lot of dirt biking trails and stuff around. And I'm just staring at my hair in the camera because it is kind of a pain in the butt. Yeah, we were talking about me being a maniac on my dirt bike and the plans that I have to go and crash in the hills around Kamloops, because that is just probably what's going to happen. Hello, Dave. Thanks for being here. So yeah, I think I was talking about these Yamahas actually, and just some of the information that I've come across. Oh, I'm so excited, Jeff. I had a heated shop before this one, but it was my brother's shop, but I was working in it all the time because my bikes were there. And yeah, it was really nice having a heated shop. It makes such a difference. But we have not had that for a couple years now, and it really sucks. Hello, David Coyote. And Jeff Jacobs. Hello, everybody. So I was talking about these Yamahas and just some of the information that I've gathered on them recently. So I joined a TY group on Facebook and discovered that the one TY that I bought, that I made a video of, that I got ripped off on, it's actually had the case replaced at some point. So it's got an aftermarket case, and the way the telltale sign of that is the fact that it doesn't have a serial number stamped into the case. So there should be a serial number on the right side of the case, on the top right side where the kicker is, as well as on the frame. And the bike behind me, it has a serial number on the neck of the frame, and then it has a matching serial number on the case. But apparently, if the serial number is not on the case, it's because you've had the case replaced at some point. Hey, hippie. So that bike has definitely been beat up. I'm really hoping to get the bike behind me to get the motor out of that thing going, because despite the fact that it's seized, it looks like it's in really good shape. Like, that bike is actually something that you can tell someone loved and they took care of it. And other than it being weathered from sitting outside, it's actually in really good shape. There isn't anything broken on it. Whereas the bike that I bought off that guy and gave him too much money for, just everything is broken on it. Like, the frame was like busted. The tank that's off of it isn't even for that year frame. So the tank that's off of it, it's off of a later model Yamaha. And apparently like a more rare model Yamaha. It's just like, and there's fins broken on the motor, like the case has been replaced, and this new case that's on it's broken. So I'm waiting for a manual to come in the mail, and then I can start actually digging into these things with a bit of an idea of what I'm doing. So I'm looking forward to that. But right now, everything is going to be on hold. I'm waiting till Saturday, and on Saturday, I will be finding out whether or not I'm moving right away. And if I am moving, it'll be everything in the garage, all the projects and bikes and stuff will all be going on hold, because I'll just be spending the next month sorting out the garage, packing, and doing that stuff, getting ready to move. And I'm really not looking forward to moving the garage again, because it's so hard. And I don't have a whole lot of help here. The two people, or my two brother-in-laws and my brother who live near here, who would be able to help me, will be working the entire time that I would be needing their help. So that'll kind of suck. Hello, TF Jack. Hello, Rust Dog, Jace. Nick, well, the shop's been set up for a while now. Actually, it only took me about a month to set it up to what I wanted it to be, but this shop's just too small. Like, there's just no room in here. There's no room to work practically. Trying to make videos of my work, like, it's so hard. You're just like, you're totally cramped in with a camera and whatever, and it's just, there's just no room in here. There's no heat. And also, we want to be closer to some of our family. So a bunch of my dad's grandkids, so the majority of my dad's grandkids and my nieces and nephews live in Kamloops, and it just makes sense to live closer to everybody. So it just makes it easier for us all to get together and stuff. Whereas right now, like, it's really hard for us to get together as a family, and it's hard for my dad to travel to go see his family. So it just makes sense for us to all be closer to each other. And the area we would be moving to in Kamloops is going to be like a kind of like countryside-ish. So we'll be away from town, but we'll be basically on like a back road, and it's just it'll be better. And I feel like Kamloops is just probably attracting more my type of people, whereas Kelowna is kind of attracting more a yuppie class of people, which they're not my kind of people. Resetting will be easier once you got comfortable there. Oh, thanks, Van. Yeah. If I could summon my YouTube people to help me move my shop, I would. But I think most of you guys are too far away or too busy, or I got some people actually from my Bible study in my church who've offered to help load the moving van. Thanks, Vinny. Oh, thanks, Warren. Oh, thanks, Warren. Yeah, so my first live crashed. So this is my second live. So if you guys want to, I don't know if you, I'm kind of doing a bit of a recap of what I said in the first live. But if you guys want to go back and check the first live, it is the live before this one, before YouTube crapped out on me. Florida. Oh. How hard was it to get a rental? Oh, sorry, Trev, I didn't see your comment to begin it. So we're moving. We would be, if we get this place, we'll know on Saturday for sure. We're moving to Kamloops, which is 2 hours north of me, where we've got a bunch of family, and we lived there before. And the rental, like, it was tricky finding a rental that, it's not that there aren't any rentals available. It's, first of all, rental prices are ridiculous right now. And it was tricky just finding something that could accommodate our needs. So something that has space for my dad and I to live comfortably together, because, like, obviously we don't want to be living, like, we only rent together because it's the most affordable thing for me. I need a garage. I've got a bunch of motorcycles. My dad doesn't need a garage, really, like, not of his own anymore. And like, I'm the one who's kind of got the majority of stuff to pack into a garage right now, except for all the tools are my dad's. But anyways, we're renting together just because it makes more sense. Like, and it's rent as soon as you want a garage and 2 bathrooms makes it really hard to find an affordable rental. So we've been looking for about a year since our lease was up here. And this is the first place that's come up that's kind of been in our price range that has a bigger garage. We're not going to move somewhere with a smaller garage or with a garage the same size as this. And yeah, it's taken some time. And this place actually is an old friend of my sister's who's renting it out. So that kind of gave us a bit of an in. And we met the guy today, and he's actually pretty cool seeming. Like, he rides a Road Glide, I think, right now, or Road King. I don't remember what he said, but yeah, he's been riding all his life. And yeah, he seemed pretty cool. He sounds like he wants to rent it to us for sure. So yeah, family is, John, I completely 100% agree with you. Family is definitely one of the most important things. Yeah, I know God loves me too. Yeah, hello, Tommy, welcome back. I'll be bossy and picky about the people helping me move. Well, I only need help loading the moving truck, so there won't be much left to be picky about, as long as someone's not wasting space. Hello, Mark. Who's notorious for ruining everything? Just moved, living as cry. Oh, are you talking about our Prime Minister? I don't know. I'm not sure who's in charge of ruining everything. My dad? No, my dad is Bill. Yeah, the prices for rent is just ridiculous. And this place is actually, like, cheaper than, still not cheap, but it's on the lower end of things that we were able to find. Most places are renting, like, for $3,200 a month, you can get an upstairs of a house, and it's ridiculous. Yeah, living in the country. Oh, yuppies ruin everything. Yes. Yeah, I'm glad that it's a country place too. I'm not getting my hopes all the way up, even though it sounds like we're pretty for sure gonna get the place. I'm not letting myself get too attached. Yeah, rent is, I don't know what it's like in the States, but rent here, well, rent in my area, everybody wants to live in this part of BC, in this part of Canada. Everybody wants to live here. So rent is crazy. They can get it. And then some of the rules in my province just make it so that they're able to like rip people off. Rent in Alberta is it's like half the price that people pay here. So yeah. I hope it works out for me too. Loaded a 15-footer 4 weeks ago. It took you a week and a half to recover. Oh my gosh, Jace, man. Yeah, I hope I got some good help when the time comes. Like, it's not easy to move this shop, that is for sure. I'm gonna be super busy, so if the moving commences, oh man, you guys, the chat's going so hard. I'm trying to read all the comments, but yeah, if the moving ends up actually happening, it's going to be hard for me to make videos. I might be able to make videos of me doing random different stuff, but yeah, it's going to be hard to keep up. Alberta has more freedom, but a lot colder. Yeah, Alberta. Yeah, you got that totally right, Tommy. Alberta. I like the politics in Alberta, but Alberta is flat and cold and windy, and I'm not into flat, cold, and windy. It's like not a combination that I enjoy. Exactly, Keith. Like, and that's what it is around here. People they gouge you. They just know that they can charge that much, and they do. And the guy today who we were talking to, like, he's actually renting his price. He could be getting more, I think, probably for his place, because it's a whole house with a garage. And most places are renting out just a top floor for the same price without a garage. So I think he could be getting more, but he's actually willing to negotiate the rent with us too if we sign a longer lease. Yeah, please hit the thumbs up. Thanks, fan. Yeah, the rent prices are crazy. Man, I wish you know what? It would have been nice if I would have been in a position to buy a house like 10 or 15, 15 years ago, 10 years ago now. It would have been nice because I probably would have had it paid off by now. But most people, well, I wasn't thinking that way. Maybe if I would have been getting married when I was 22, I would have been thinking that way. But I was just 22 and doing whatever I wanted to do. So I wasn't thinking about buying a house and being tied down to that. Paid it off in 14 years. Yeah, Warren, yeah, I don't think with the mortgages around here, people my age are getting into mortgages that their children's children are going to be paying off. It's crazy. The Babylon Bee had oh really? Yeah, well, I guess we'll see how that goes. I don't actually see us becoming the 51st state, but I also didn't foresee Trump being president to begin with the first time. I definitely thought it would happen the second time, and I definitely did not foresee Elon Musk being what is he, the finance minister or something? I did not see that happening either, so you never know what could happen. Yeah, I'm about 32. About 32. What is Elon Musk's? What did he just give? I don't remember what the name of it, but I think I got it right. It's not I totally got that wrong. I think I'm thinking of Canadian stuff. Good evening, wrongful. But the Minister of Government Efficiency, Elon Musk. Okay, but that has something to do with, anyways, I did not foresee that stuff. So you just don't know. Maybe Canada will be a 51st state. Well, Van, we're trying to get rid of him, and he's still just so sneaky and slimy, and so I had a bunch of people contacting me after Trudeau stepped down, just like congratulating us. But what Trudeau's actually done is he's decided he's going to step down, but he closed Parliament. So Parliament's closed till the middle of March sometime. And basically no decisions can be made, but Trudeau can do whatever he wants, and it doesn't have to go through Parliament within like whatever limits, but nothing has to go through Parliament because he's prorogued Parliament, so he can basically just do whatever he wants until March. And even if they do decide on a new prime minister or new leader of the Liberal Party or whatever is going to happen, he can't even take office until March. And like we just don't want that party in charge anymore, so they're just dragging on the inevitable, which is just, it's so annoying. It's just his egotistical attitude shining through. Arthritis and scoliosis. He should be gone in March, but it's still going to be the same party. It's still going to be the Liberal Party. So whoever replaces him, I'm not imagining them being a whole lot better than he is. Because if you're still there working for Trudeau, it's probably because you don't really have that big of an issue with what he's done or is doing. So I don't have a whole lot of faith in whoever is going to end up taking his place. Like I said, they're just prolonging the inevitable. If we had an election right now, the Conservatives would win. But it's not like it is in the States. Like our election, the way our elections work is, I don't fully, like, I've read about it. Like I know how they work, but can't explain it really. But yeah, it's not as fair as the way that it works in the US. Yeah, I hear what you're saying, Tommy. No, he's not gone, Ray. He just, like I said, all that he's done is he's shut down Parliament so that he can do whatever he wants. And so he's decided he's stepping down. But when he made that decision, he shut down Parliament so he can do what he wants. It doesn't have to pass through Parliament because Parliament's shut down. I don't know what kind of limitations they have on that. I don't even know why Canada has a law that allows a prime minister to do that. And even if they choose a new leader of the Liberal Party, that leader is not going to be able to take office until Parliament reopens in March. So he's just doing things the most slimy, like underhanded way that he can legally get away with, and probably not even legal, to be honest. But yeah, I hear you, hippie. Yeah, totally, man. But Canada doesn't have a lot of the rules and freedoms that you guys have in the US. Like we don't have, we don't have a lot of the rules and stuff. And if you guys are here, please hit the like button. I see 84 people watching, but only 51 likes. So if you like me, or if you even like that bike behind me, then please hit the like button. Or if you do not like Trudeau, then you can also hit the like button. That is also worthy of a like on my channel. Yeah, Jace, I know what you're saying, and I wish, well, we can't go back in time, and what do they say, hindsight's 20/20? And yeah, I don't know. I think hindsight's 2020 for sure, but I still don't have 2020 vision looking into the future. All I can do is hope and pray and do my best at trusting God, because he knows the future and he knows the outcome of every decision I will ever make. So I just have to try to allow myself to be led by his will and not my own, as hard as that is most of the time. It's definitely something that does, well, it gets easier, but depending on the circumstance, it feels like it never gets easier. So, hello, Freddie. Thanks. Yeah, John, I saw that. The likes are going up. 78 likes. Thanks, guys. Sometimes it just takes a little reminder. I know I'm one of those people who will watch a video and I don't often remember to like the videos that I actually like. And you got to actually click the like button. What a demanding woman. Well, I wouldn't be a woman if I was not slightly demanding, I think. Wouldn't it be weird if I was not a little bit demanding? I think that'd be weird. Then I would be a robot, probably. That's what I think. Yeah, Shadow, I hear what you're saying. Thanks, Mark. Thank you for thanking me. Yeah, for some reason, Shadow, now, every time I see you in the chat, I just remember your love for chocolate milk, because I feel like you are a man after my own heart when it comes to chocolate milk, because I also really love a good chocolate milk. And I talk about my favorite brand of chocolate milk often, and I wish you guys had it in the States. It's so good. Dutchman Dairy. It comes in a glass bottle. And I just discovered that Dutchman Dairy also sells standard milk. Okay, you guys are going to get a little bit of milk schooling right now. I don't know if anybody cares, but so Dutchman Dairy sells standard milk also. So there's homogenized milk, and homogenized milk is like 3.25% milk fat, but homogenized is like filtered through a super fine filter, so it kind of breaks up the fats and stuff. It also breaks up some of the nutrients. But standardized milk is filtered, but it's not filtered through as fine of a filter, so it's a little more fatty and a little more nutrient rich. And I just discovered standard milk, and it tastes way better than homogenized milk. I don't even like milk, but the standardized milk tastes way better than homogenized milk. And I've decided that is what I'm going to buy from now on, standardized milk. Unless I move to this new place and the people with the cows across the road are selling milk, then I'll probably buy that milk. Anyway, that's my milk rant for the evening. I just like to talk about good things that are good that other people might enjoy. So if you can find standard milk, I don't know what your guys' laws are about milk. I'm pretty sure selling raw milk is illegal everywhere. Or maybe it depends on what state you're in, but I know some people who drink raw milk, like who have their own cows and they drink raw milk, and I only hear like good things about it. I just know the risk for getting different diseases and stuff through the milk is risky. And yes, Tommy, Mick Jagger, I thought that was so funny. Mick Jagger getting booed. Like, why would you even? Yeah. I don't even know why he would come around and do that. He obviously did not do his research before he went on stage that time. Night, Paul. Good night, Upchuck. My tool review? Yeah, if you guys want to see more tool reviews, I don't want to do more Temu tool reviews. I got a lot of flack for that. I got a lot of flack for my Temu tool review just because of the company that Temu is. And then I was looking into Temu a little bit closer, and I was like, hey, well, I can understand where people are coming from. But I think if I'm going to do tool reviews, I want to build a long chopper, Chris. So if I'm going to do tool reviews, I want to just do reviews on stuff that I buy for myself. And then I don't, even though I'm going to be honest, like either way, and I was completely honest with what I thought about those Temu tools, I just was super picky when I was picking out the Temu tools. So I made a point of picking out tools that I felt confident that I'd be able to give them a good review, because obviously that's what they want me to do if they're reaching out and giving me free stuff to review, right? So I was just picky, but I want to do reviews on tools where I'm not like under pressure, even though I would be honest either way. Yeah, I want to do my own tool reviews, but I did have a welding company reach out to me and they want to send me a plasma cutter. So, okay, you guys, in my lives, you guys get like little tidbits of information that are not like things I would just talk about in my normal videos. And that's because I don't get as many video views on my lives. So I just feel like the people who put the time into watching my lives deserve to know a little bit more about what's going on behind the scenes. But yeah, if you guys think, and if you guys think I should get a plasma cutter and review that, then let me know. I think you guys are all going to say yes anyway. And John Roberts, yes, that is what we all try to do. Just trust God with everything that we do, even though it is hard sometimes, especially when we can't see the future. Because, yeah. Yeah. How do I know so much about milk? Okay, Mark, I've discovered this standard milk like last week. And they were selling, so this Dutchman Dairy, I went to one store and they were selling homogenized milk, standard milk, and then A2 milk, it was called. And then I only just learned this like that day because I was like, hey, what the heck is A2 milk and what is standard milk and like what is going to be better? So I just Googled and then I read a little bit about milk and I discovered that standard milk is probably a little bit better for you and it tastes better. So everything I've learned about milk, I learned last week. If I don't like the plasma cutter, I can send it to you. They told me that after I review the plasma cutter, I can do whatever I want with it. I can sell it. Oh, hello, Ron. Used to have cows, eh? They told me I can sell the plasma cutter or keep it or do whatever. I'll probably keep it. Because why would I not keep it? And apparently you can cut up to 3/4 inch, which will be nice because cutting 3/4 inch steel on my bandsaw takes time. Okay, Jace, I know that too about milk, but that's why I try not to buy milk that's like from factory cows. Because the only time you get that is when the cows are like pretty much just being over milked. And Vinny, that is confidential. Okay, Chris was asking, will I build a long chopper with a vintage motor and period parts with your dad's skills? So Chris, I actually want to build, when I got those Sportsters a couple years ago, how long ago was that? Anyway, first thing I thought when I picked up those Sportsters is that I want to turn one of those iron heads into a long chopper. I want to do like I want to give it a good rake so that it's nice and low. Not a ridiculously long front end, but maybe long. I'm not sure if I'm going to do a long bike or not because I want to do a divorcer with it and I want to make it look like a little mini shovel head. And I want it to be like a 70s style chopper. I don't know yet though, like I don't have any like real set kind of plans for that bike yet. And I'm probably not going to know until I'm actually there and I'm at a point where I'm ready to start that project and start gathering parts for it and stuff like that. So Yeah, but I definitely have ideas, and I do want to do something kind of impractical with one of those bikes. But I definitely want to do a divorced. I just don't know if I'm going to do... Yeah, I don't know if I'm going to do 2 custom bikes or if I'm just going to do like 1 custom crazy bike out of those Sportsters. I know the one Sportster, the newer one, the Evo, I just want to build and sell. The other 2, and then that will be like finance my builds for my iron heads. You don't like milk either? Yeah, I only really like drinking milk if I'm having it with like cookies or something like that. Can't breathe fresh moo juice. Oh my gosh, yeah, peanut butter and jelly sandwiches and milk. Okay, yes to raw milk. Yeah, the Amish were just getting shut down for it. Okay, we're back on the milk subject. That's because I'm like a week behind in the comments. Fairlife chocolate milk is probably made like that. Yeah, Fairlife chocolate milk has a ton of sugar in it too. Apparently raw milk is just so good for your teeth and everything. Hello, Dirty Knobs, 80s Shovel. Okay, guys, if I don't answer a comment that you have, then there's a re-comment because I'm really behind on these comments because apparently I talk too much. Yeah, I'm going to definitely get the plasma cutter and we're going to see how it works. I'm super excited for it. I'm super excited that I get to keep it. I don't have to send it back because that would be lame and I would just not even do the review if that's how it was going to be. Ooh, Temu shop like a billionaire. Yeah, I don't think I'm going to do more Temu tool reviews. I think you just turn on the bell, Bagger Nut. I think you just turn on the bell under the video if you want the tool review or... Oh my gosh, if you want the live notification, and then it'll ask you if you want all the notifications or if you just want some of the notifications or something like that. Use the plasma cutter to build a Springer. I need a forging. Yeah. Hello, XAN Biker. Don't forget the pus. It breaks up the pus. Oh my gosh, Jace. Everything you learned about Fire Nog, did you try the Fireball Eggnog Big or not? Because it is freaking delicious. Oh, 300 head twice a day. That's crazy. What's confidential is my relationship status at the moment. Oh, the Divorceder? Yeah, would be... So I've got a 4-speed transmission in the cupboard. And yeah, I really want to make one of these iron heads look like a little mini shovel head with it. Because the one thing I've never liked about Sportsters is how bulky the motor. I don't like bulky stuff on a motorcycle. And I don't like the way the transmission and the motor is all one and you just have this big clump of steel in your frame, this big clunky clump of steel. And it's just like, no. It reminds me of like a millstone or something like that, even though I've never seen one. It's like if you wanted to just tie this around someone's neck and toss them into the ocean, it's like it should not look like that. I don't like clunky bike parts. I like things to have space and, you know, I don't like it when my motorcycles are a wall of stuff. I like my motorcycles to be sparse and just whatever's necessary. Did it hurt when I fell from heaven? I mean, I don't remember. So it must have hurt because I probably hit my head on the way down. Look at vintage magazines and help me to pick out, yes, for inspiration. I actually used to buy magazines when my shovelhead was going together. Every month there was this magazine called the Backstreet Choppers, the horse. I bought every issue of that for like 2 years when I was looking for inspiration for my bike. I wish I would have kept them. I gave them to a friend, and I'm not sure if I gave them to a friend thinking he would keep them forever, and I'm not sure if he kept them. So now I'm kind of sad because they don't even make that magazine anymore. Viewers, rides, choppers only. Ooh, I could do a special like that. The thing is, Mark, is I just don't get like enough entries for my viewers' rides. Like, it would take me forever to get a choppers only episode together. You didn't ask something stupid, Vinny. You just asked if I had a boyfriend, and I said that's confidential. Is it vodka? No. Oh my gosh, I'd be throwing up. Like, okay, I would be dead if I drank this much vodka. Like, actually dead. That's water. I know, I don't have any chocolate milk right now. No, I'm not drinking. Okay, guys, if this was like anything harder than water, if I was drinking anything harder than water right now that looked like this, I would seriously not be alive tomorrow. Like, I don't drink enough to be able to just be swigging back vodka. Oh, just thinking about that makes me want to gag. I do have an air compressor. I've got one that I need to put a moisture trap on before I use it for anything like that. Okay, Freddie, everything. Oh, Freddie, I missed whatever you were talking about. Everything he does. Okay, the chat, I've just missed a lot in the chat. So forgive me, everybody, but. Oh my gosh. I know, I wish I had chocolate milk. Okay, it's not moonshine. I just drink out of old jars, guys. Not an alky. Not an alky over here. Keep it rigid. Oh, it would definitely be rigid. Like, I'm not going to build a chopper and make it, like, I'm not going to build a chopper and put a swing arm on it. My shovel head would have been rigid too, but at the time I was just working with what I had, and we just didn't have a frame jig. Like, we weren't set up to turn a frame into a rigid. I didn't have a rigid that I could put my motor in, so we just put it together with what we had. And my dad was actually going to build me like a super cool frame out of a couple Model A axles. But it didn't end up coming together because it just was not practical at the time to get into a project like that. And hopefully one day I can still do that if I ever have another shovelhead motor. The Horse was a good magazine. I want to do a chopper Sportster, but it depends on, well, like, I will be doing a chopper Sportster for sure, but I just don't know when that's all going to be starting. So I haven't really got, like, I've got a vague idea about what I want, but that idea could change drastically when it actually comes time to do it. Where's Trudeau? Probably somewhere making stupid choices for my country. Alcohol is overrated. Yeah, right? True that. I don't mind having a glass of wine or a cocktail. I do really like margaritas, actually, so I don't mind having a few of those sometimes. Lay off the gin and I can keep up with the chat. I think I need glasses and then I can keep up with the chat. I keep like squinting and like trying not to get way too close to the camera and everything like that. I'm not going to hardtail what I have because my shovel head is fine the way that it is. And I don't want to make that more. I don't want to make that a new project. It's fine the way it is. I don't want to have to change a bunch of stuff. I do want to have a hardtail though. I want to be able to like choose when I'm going to ride a hardtail or not. Mike Festiva has a good channel. Middle of a Sportster bobber, nice. Nice. Hey Goose. Yeah, Trudeau's not gone yet. It has a splash of water, yes. I've watched a couple of their videos, Sean, but to be honest, I don't watch a whole lot of YouTube. I really have to make a point of getting on YouTube and watching people, and I try to keep up with the people who I know, like Rainy Rider and stuff like that, but I don't really watch a whole lot, so. Hard to catch up when I'm moving. Jace, yeah, I'm not going to be putting out a whole ton of videos while I'm moving because I'll be busy packing, and just organizing and doing stuff and anticipating a move that I really do not want to do and I don't want to set up a shop again, but hopefully I just have to not think. I have to think about be past all of that point, not think about the getting there. A knuckle. I would like to have a knucklehead and a panhead, and yeah, I think that'd be. I've always really liked the idea of doing a flathead bobber. I've always wanted a little flathead, little bobber, because they're such tiny little cute motors. You could just do such a cute little bobber with it. Bye, Trev. Thanks for popping in. Thanks for popping in, Trev. See you later. Glasses actually don't look too bad on me, Vinny. I've got a pair of glasses I wear at nighttime, and they're just like blue light blocking glasses, and they don't look bad on me. They make me look smart, apparently. How do you get a price list for the V-Twin catalog? I don't know. I think you can go on their website and just search the part number. I don't think you can order anything from them unless you're a company and you're doing like a big bulk order. But I think you can go on their website and get prices there if you put the part number in, the V-Twin part number, or call one of your shops and just give them the part number. Having the catalog's handy because then you can just find what you need and just call your shop or wherever, go into Google and just put in your part number. I'd love to go to Wheels Through Time. Yeah, an 80-inch flathead, even a little 45, I think would be cool to do a bobber with. Nerd, yeah, I'm a little bit of a nerd. A little bit of a nerd. I do like to read. I'm actually got 3 books upstairs right now. I'm trying to decide which one I want to read next. I finished a book like a couple weeks ago, and I actually love reading about the brain. But I was reading a brain book a while ago, but it's outdated. It's like 10 years old now, and there's so many more new discoveries about the brain. But there's still this book's still kind of relevant. But I decided, hello, Peter Petrov, Kolya. But then I was reading this brain book, and it just was not my jam for the time. I was I kind of am in the mood for something else. So lately, I've been more into reading my Bible, actually. So I've been reading my Bible every morning and actually just really enjoying reading my Bible lately, which is good because I went like a lot of years without picking my Bible up at all, really. And just like having a hard time even getting into a mindset to read it. But lately I've just been wanting just to read my Bible. So I've been reading that a lot lately. And I want to read books that kind of that help me to understand that stuff a little bit better. So I'm thinking about starting a book called Supernatural, written by Michael Heiser. And I'm actually really excited to read that. I love Michael Heiser's work. Thanks, Freddie. Thank you. I know. That's one thing about my YouTube channel. It's like, I'm definitely going to look back on, like, I wouldn't be videoing my life if I didn't have a YouTube channel. It's like people used to make home videos, and we had home videos. They all got lost over the years. But I'm gonna like look back on all this and be like, man, Angel, you were young once. Yeah, Tommy, that's funny. I am going to. You had a brain once, Jeff. You guys are funny sometimes. Yeah, I really like reading my Bible lately. But Michael Heiser, I'm excited to read this Michael Heiser book. There's also another book that my dad just bought like 3 copies of, that my dad read like back in the 80s. It's called Loco. And that's about some old biker guy, I think an old 1%er dude who became a Christian. So it's just like some crazy stories about that. Clive Cussler. Someone on here sent me a book too that is a bunch of biker stories, and I wanted to read them on my channel, but then I was looking and I was like, that's a copyright infringement. You can't read people's books on YouTube. So that was kind of sad. Just as soon take an ass whooping as move. Yeah, I'm actually not bad for collecting. Like, I do collect motorcycles, I'm not gonna lie, but when it comes to like stuff in the house, I don't collect ornaments. I'm not attached to my furniture except for my 2 bookshelves. Like some of the older, like nice furniture, but I make a point of not buying things that I'm going to be attached to because I like being able to throw stuff out and not be sad about it. Like throwing things in the garbage gives me great satisfaction if it means I don't have to deal with it anymore. So I fully intend on selling my couch, selling my deep freeze, throwing away my dining room chairs because they're kind of broken, and moving as absolutely little as I can get away with when it comes to household furniture and stuff. Like, I'm totally not attached. And that's probably why I've never bought a house, because I just don't like the idea of being tied down and attached to material things. And my motorcycles are the only exception, and it's probably a problem. But at least motorcycles you can get on and ride away from all of the other stuff that ties you down. I'm looking for all the UFO references in the Bible. I'm not sure if they are in there, but Bagernut, Michael Heiser does get into some of those different things, the supernatural side of the Bible. So you could check out his YouTube channel. It's called Fringe Pop 321. And he also has a podcast called The Naked Bible. So Michael Heiser gets into some of that supernatural stuff about the Bible. And he's super intelligent. He's a biblical scholar, but unfortunately he passed away from cancer a couple of years ago. So luckily he's got a big library just of his work and stuff like that. So No, okay. Low desert biker video. Can you please tell me what video? Someone else mentioned that I was on the low desert biker video. ZZ Rico, can you please like tell me the title of the video or like put a link somewhere? I don't know, in this chat, if you're able to find it that quickly, or in the comments of this video, because I was trying to find what video I was in, and I could not find it. Jeff, you collect bikes too? We have something in common. Pretty cool. Pack all your attachments into one box, yeah. I like living a minimalist lifestyle. The white bike in the background is a 1977 Yamaha TY250 trials bike. And it is the motor's on the bench beside me here. And it is a project, an ongoing but not yet going project. Jack and Coke. You know what I used to drink when I was young, and well, I'm still young, but when I was younger and drank more, a lot more than I do now. I was never an alcoholic or anything like that, but I definitely drank a lot more. And I used to really like, because they go so good together, oh my gosh, Dr. Pepper and spiced rum. Dr. Pepper and spiced rum seriously goes down like candy. Like, it is, you'll definitely get a hangover from it, but it just tastes so good together. And then Fireball and ginger ale, also very good together. Fireball and eggnog, I've said that before, and Fireball and apple cider. Oh yeah, Fireball, pretty gross on its own, but it does make a good mix for certain things. No, I don't want to live on my bike anymore now. Not now. I mean, maybe if I was like married to someone that I could just go live on my bike with, but good night, John. Enjoy your peanut butter sandwich and your glass of milk. I'm actually getting hungry. I don't know why we always talk about food and alcohol. Food, alcohol, and motorcycles, and this time milk. Hot Dr. Pepper with a slice of lemon? Ooh, apple pie. Ooh, yeah, I could totally go for a whole entire apple pie right now. Primer cakes, you were doing maybe 3 videos back on his channel. Was he making fun of me? Sounds like he was making fun of me. So I've had so many comments, guys. Okay, if any of you follow my Instagram, oh man, like the people on Instagram, seriously, you comment, just, it makes me like crazy a little bit. Like, and I will go on, I have to like refrain from responding to these trolls. So I think what I'm going to do is I'm going to collect all of these stupid Instagram comments of the trolls, and I'm just going to respond to them on my YouTube channel because they're putting their stuff out there for the public to read it. Well, you want your dumb opinions to be public? I'm going to make them public on my channel, and then I'll just respond to them in person without typing stuff out and wasting my time. Because, yeah, these people, man, like, they're just so annoying. So I've had, like, so many comments on, I don't know if you guys have watched that short that I put out of me. There's a couple of them. So the one short, these are the 2 videos that have the stupidest comments on them right now. But, or just annoying. Maybe I just get annoyed because it's, like, the same thing being said over and over again. But the one short I made of me undoing the compensator nut on the shovel head, and I was hitting the end of my breaker bar with a hammer, with a rubber hammer, And I have so many comments on this Instagram video of people like, you, like basically calling me a fool because why don't you just put a pipe on the end of your breaker bar for leverage and all this, and just like, you shouldn't be using impact on your compensator nut. And it's like, hey guys, like, you really think that me hitting the end of this handle with a rubber hammer is putting enough impact on this to wreck anything in the compensator? I know you're not supposed to use impact on it, but first of all, the nut was undone enough that it wasn't, the compensator wasn't even actually putting pressure. Like, you know how you have like that, the spring and they kind of like, the compensator, like the clutch, okay, I don't know my words, but anyway, they skip. If you know what a shovel head compensator looks like, you know what I'm talking about. They skip on each other. And then usually if you just put something in to hold the chain against the sprocket, the compensator sprocket, just keep that from spinning, you can undo the nut. And by the time your nut's undone, it's loose enough you can just spin it off. But the nut on my compensator had so much Loctite on it that it was still, even though it was backed off enough that it wasn't putting any pressure on the compensator anymore, but it was so hard to turn off. It was turning the entire crank. So that was why I had to use the hammer, because I needed to get like I needed to use not really impact as much as I just needed sharp blows to just focus the force on the nut rather than turning the entire crank. So that's why I couldn't use leverage, because leverage, I tried leverage. Anyways, I just have all these people commenting on my Instagram video, and people that like clearly don't even know what they're talking about. And yeah, and then the other one was me pulling that seal out of my main shaft when I put the screws in, and then I used a little pry bar because I don't have a slide hammer, and the seal puller, you can't get in if there's nowhere to actually hook onto the seal. And the puller that Harley sells for pulling that seal out is just like a glorified version of what I did. So I've got all these people like just leaving stupid comments, and I'm going to start responding to them on my channel. And that was just my little bit of a rant, because thinking about these people just makes me annoyed. And I figured that I'll just make videos of it, and you guys can hopefully be entertained by my frustration. Anyway, I feel like I just ranted for like 20 minutes and made half the sense that I felt like I was making. As long as someone's messing with you, they're leaving someone else alone. I guess that's a good way to look at it. Yeah, my one Kickstart video, that thing's got like over 1 million views. And there's a lot of dumb comments on there too. Like, and there's a lot of comments I've deleted. If people leave like dirty, crude comments, I just delete them, because you don't deserve a response from me, in my opinion. Yeah, Tommy, and that's another comment. People be like, "You're an idiot for using a hammer on a torque wrench." And it's like, I was using a breaker bar. Like, these people all sit in their basements. They take a break from their video games to go onto YouTube and troll people that are actually out there doing something. Like, that's all that I think. That's all I can think. Like, really? Trolls will be trolls. Exactly. There's a whole group that thinks compensators should be changed with a different setup. I don't know about that group, and I don't know what they would switch it for. But I'm also not a mechanic. I'm still learning. Like I say, I'm not a professional. I just do things. Yeah, I do my best to ignore the negativity, but I am going to start responding to these comments on my channel. And then yeah, because I don't know, I think it'll be kind of entertaining, but I wanted to get my brother involved in it because he's pretty funny, the Jesse Ventura impersonator. how did I get into choppers? Well, I grew up around motorcycles, and I've told this story a few times on my channel. I've talked about this a few times on my channel, but I grew up around motorcycles. My dad did custom motorcycles, custom fabricating for my whole life. He's worked in a few different shops for other people. He's had his own shop in the past. And so my whole life, that's kind of just been what my dad's been involved in. So there's always bikes around. I was just familiar with it. And actually, when I was a kid in the circles, the people that were hanging around for the most part, there were not a whole lot of women riding. There was like 2 women. I remember one of them who I just adored when I was a little kid, and I thought she was the coolest thing ever. She rode her own bike, and but for the most part, women didn't ride. So as a teenager, I didn't really think that riding was like something that women do. My dad was always trying to talk me into getting a motorcycle because I used to ride my like low rider banana seat Schwinn around everywhere. And my dad always told me that I should get a motorcycle and whatever. And I just never really imagined I would. And then my shovel head came up in a really good deal for what it was. It was kind of like being sold to different people within the biker family for years. And then it came up and I had the money to buy it. I'd been working for a few years and I was 16 and I had some money saved up, and my dad told me it was a really good deal and that I should buy it and we could build it and sell it. So I bought that when I was 16 and started riding this little dirt bike in my back alley when I was like 18, 19, something like that. And then just riding that thing around, I ended up like realizing that I loved riding motorcycles, and I decided I was going to keep my shovel head and build it to be what I wanted it to be. So that bike is built around my design and just kind of like my taste in motorcycles at that time. I still love my shovel head. I wouldn't build another bike. I don't think that would be the same style as that. But that's how I got into choppers. Bye, Goose. Sorry, I do not speak Russian, so I cannot translate for you, but I can try to talk a little bit slower, but I also cannot guarantee that because I don't talk very slow to begin with. Yeah. Sorry, I'm just reading comments, guys, and the Dave Mann Show? Ooh, come to Cali for that. February 9th. I might be in the middle of moving my life. I did put playing cards in the spokes all the time. Sometimes I would put like 3 or 4 in there. Yeah, I thought it sounded like a motorbike. I will never sell my shovel head. Okay, James, I'm probably going to jump off of here soon too. And I'm actually hungry because we always talk about food. We've all adapted to Red's speaking pace. Oh, man. Yeah, I do kind of talk fast. Hey, stickhead. Thanks, Marty. Yeah, I think it's like bedtime snack time. Okay, everybody needs to like eat and shower and go to bed and then get up and eat again and then go back to bed and wake up and go to work. Because that sounds like what I need to do. I've got like, oh, I might be moving. Yes. For anybody who's new to the chat, I might be moving. And that is what we will end with. But I don't know until Saturday, but I will let you guys know eventually. I eat all of the time, as much as I can. My inner self is a 300-pound lady, and I'm okay with that because my outer self is still not obese. Shadow, I hope you have fun in the snow. I feel like, Shadow, you would have a mini bike for drifting in the snow. Good night, everybody. Billiard Bago, and Andrew, 80s Shovel, Shadow, Mike, Serenity, Jeff, Freddie. Good night, Ron. Jace. Low Desert by Kate. If anybody knows what video that is that I'm apparently in on his channel, please comment on this video and let me know, or just tell me the title of it. Like, I couldn't find it. Like, at what point in the video is it? Is it the whole video, or is it just like a quick little minute in the video? I don't know. Please let me know because I want to know. The bed bugs are dead right now because it's Canada and it's freezing. So thank God for winter. Okay, good night, everybody. Rubber down, faith up. Yes, and stay posted. Stay tuned if you want to know what's going on in my life and if I'll be moving or not. Yeah, and we will see. You can all pray that some miracle movers come to help me load my moving truck if that ends up happening. Okay, everybody, good night. Thanks for coming around. Thanks for your patience, everyone who stuck it out for the YouTube conundrums. Anyways, I'm going to bed. I mean, I'm not. I'm going to eat, and then we'll see what happens from there. Anyways, good night, everybody. And yeah, thanks for being here. And if you like me, or if you like what you see, or whatever, like, comment, subscribe to all those things you guys do, and I will catch y'all on the flip side. Peace.